Guys, it's Friday 11th of February 2022 and we've got pretty nice day here, some nice clouds. I got the cards for the camera, and I did a 4K, just a short trial video, and it just takes forever and a day to load, and I don't think they load that onto the YouTube anyway, so I put it back on 1080. But the Sony cards that I got that have the little 3 on there, they work. They'll allow it to go to that, and they'll allow it to work. But when I put that Vivio card on, it doesn't work. And then the company is like, oh yeah, sure it is, blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, it's just not working. And we're going back and forth with them. I'm going to keep them anyway. I mean, they were cheap and they still work on 1080p and all that, so I'm not sweating it. And the other thing, I got another pair of, supposedly polarized glasses. Any of these things on Lazada that say polarized glasses, this one company sent me some glasses. I wanted some polarized for driving. And so the first company, not polarized, they swear up and down they are. They're not. I know polarized glasses when I put them on. And now this other company, their solution to the problem is they're going to take the polarized thing off of their listing. So it's really tough to find some polarized sunglasses here. So if you're coming from the States and you can get them there, get them. Get them. I had for years, I had a really nice pair of Babe Winkelmann that I had. I really liked those for driving, from the glare and all that. And you get a lot of glare here with these stainless steel vehicles and crap like that. So it's really nice to have those. But I can't really find anywhere to buy them. Even when you go to shops in the mall or Divisoria, and there's a sticker right on it says polarized, and you hold them up, but these aren't polarized. Oh yes sir, they are. No, they're not. They don't. Nobody here knows what polarized is, so these Chinese companies can fool them and just say it is, and they don't know what they're talking about it. But I don't know. Well, we'll get a little on the news. I saw a thing here. California's trying to fast track some bills here. And it's the land of the loonies, the land of the fruits and nuts, they always said when I was there. And I never adjusted to that place, honestly. I never could get adjusted, and the happiest day was when I got the heck out of that dump. Even people for a long time, they're liberal down to the bone, no matter what they say they are. And you're just not going to chase that out of them. It's a shame a lot of them are moving out of CA and then taking their voting history with them to new places. I think they're doing that on purpose, chasing them out so that they spread this crap. But they want to fast track this bill that says if your kid goes to school, he's got to have the arm rape, and then not have consent. And from what I'm seeing, this is any age. No need for consent from the parents, which is the big pile of baloney. And then all of the healthcare staff in the school got to have humility training, for the trans people. This guys, if you don't get it, it's satanic. All this crap they're pulling, it's just satanic stuff. So you got to really be careful of that. But another thing that I just saw this, I've been noticing this over some time. I don't have a link to anything. It's just some here and there. Every time I look somewhere, I'm seeing this. And now they're doing all kinds of ads that, fluffing your pillow can cause heart trouble. And breathing too much oxygen will cause heart trouble, and sudden death. I mean, they're trying to change the narrative. I seen already they changed the cigarette packs, sudden heart attacks and all this, and myocarditis, everything's causing that now. So, they're trying to change this narrative, and they got the power of the media guys, and they're going to sucker a boatload of you people in. I keep saying, turn it off. Turn that programming off, this mainstream media, because it's a bunch of crap. I know some people there. They hit me up and said, "Oh, well, where are all these people dying?" Well, go start looking elsewhere from other than just mainstream media. Look at the funeral directors. Look at the insurance guys. People who've been in the business for years and years are starting to ring alarm bells that there's something going on. And the media isn't going to put them guys out. They're not putting them out. So I don't know, but one of the things happened here, but it could get changed 15 times before. You know, the IATF in this country has protocols and stuff coming in. Well, old Governor Gwen down there in Cebu, she says after February, I think it was February 1st, no, you don't have to have a, you know, arm rape as a foreigner to come to land in her area. Okay, so we'll see if that changes or not. They'll probably go back and forth on that. But you know, there's a step in the right direction. You know, what's their plan? Okay, so they'll let a Filipino with their passport come in without getting it, but not a foreigner. You know, so the Filipinos convict is less deadly or something. I know to me it all seems like it's put up and not real. But, you know, this tells you more that it can't be, you know, because if they're so scared of this thing, why would they allow anybody in? Well, you know, because they know the damn thing don't work. Now you're seeing people screaming from the rooftops that it's got spike proteins of the HIV, you know, and that one doctor that just passed away, he said, go, you know, you get these boosters, go get checked for HIV. He says you'll be surprised. So, you know, that's really something. But another thing, you know, I used to avoid when I was hunting, when I lived in the Midwest, of going to Maryland. I went there. You know, Maryland is a special kind of crazy. You know, they're not California light. I think they're even harder core than California. That is a nutbag state, and you ain't gonna shake it out of them. But you know, this dude's bringing a bunch of these illegals to his state. Now he wants to make it laws so if they commit crimes, just the illegals, not the citizens, that they can't deport them or get rid of them or anything because of that. Guys, when are you going to wake up to these people and vote them out? Now maybe they got in there with the scam cheating, you know, which we're starting to see a lot of. Yeah, go. But you know, they're finding stuff all over the place and they don't do anything with it because the mainstream media, you know, oh, it's all fake. You know, they're telling you it's all fake, and state after state is coming down and saying no. There's just too much problems with this. But Maryland's one. When I was in California, a lot of the people I met were nutbags. Absolutely, positively, 100% nutbags. Wasn't like that in Maryland. You know. The government is, but most of the people were seemed pretty cool, you know. So I don't know. I wasn't there long enough, I guess. But then there's another funny one. Oh, Mr. Beto O'Rourke, we damn straight we're taking your AR-15s. You know, this guy, now he's running for something that says, oh no, he's going to be a staunch defender of the Second Amendment. If you guys, I think it's down in Texas, if you guys vote this knucklehead in, you're just stupid, guys. But they could cheat. They could cheat and get him in. You know, it's like this Trudeau right now up in Canada. You know, he's not going to back down off of this. He can't. He's too vested in this. His handlers, no, absolutely not. And you listen to him come out and talk about what's really going on. It's all. I mean, what planet is this guy from? It just is so ridiculous. You know, he's coming up and saying all these violent protests, you know, while he was praising BLM. You know, so he can't. He's got that, what is it, the monetary fund or whatever, that are pulling his strings, and all these super rich families. He can't pull out of this now. He's too far into it. And they probably got him something on him with Epstein Island. You know, he wants to change the anal down to 16, and then they found out that he had an affair with a 16-year-old girl. So I guess he wants to make that law retroactive so they can't come and get him later. Because they'll eat their own, guys. These people are going to eat their own. So, but these truckers up there, I sometimes wonder if they're falling into a trap. You know, so the shelves are empty and we run out of food and all that stuff. But you do got to give them some credit. I mean, they're sticking to their guns and they're not backing down. Now they're getting you know, these trucking things are all over the world. But what an army! But they're coming after them because some of them got kids, and they're coming up and saying, oh yeah, these kids are being not treated well, and blah, blah, blah. Well, since the truckers arrived, they said crime in Ottawa went down 90%. Hi, sweetie. So, yeah. These guys are in La La Land, you know, these people. So, but that's just some things I was looking at this morning. We got up pretty early again, and just watching this stuff. It just I don't know. I just shake my head anymore at the news. You just can't, like I said on one of my headers, you can't make this stuff up. It's just every day it's something crazy, just really crazy. But we went out yesterday and we walked last night, and we had seen later afternoon, the dude went down there and opened up the valve to fill up our tank because our water was out. I had to go talk to the lady again. The water was out, and it goes out now when there's hardly anybody here, and there's going to be new people moving in, and the house is finished, so it's not going to be good. Well, we went by pretty late. The kids were kind of antsy, and they did good on their schooling and all that stuff. So okay, we'll go for another walk, take the dog. It's a lot easier to take her at nighttime. And we went out. It was nine or so, and the water was still on, and it was just pouring out of the overflow in this tank. You know, so they don't seem to really care if they're wasting this water. Maybe that's their way of cleaning the tank. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't think they're ever going to get it right. And you know, complaining. I'm just fed up with it. You know, people are saying get yourself a tank. Get yourself. Yeah, well, you know something. I don't have a place for a big tank right now. Yeah, I got enough junk around there. I don't have a place for a tank. If I'd have known this in the beginning, this is my point. If I'd have known it in the beginning, I'd have made provisions to have a concrete pad put up on where the roof is. You know, or something like that. I'd had power done for a pump. I'd had a bunch of stuff done if they'd have just told me. But see, they're covering this up and they're hiding it. And the bad thing is they're doing it to all the people who are coming in now. Why aren't they saying, hey, you know, we found out there's a little bit of a water problem, but we can add you a plug for a pump and a place here for a tank? No, they're covering it up. They're you know, that's my point. And complaining, we got neighbors all, you know, these guys over here, all these people here, they're already doing things, you know, and you know, we could join in and go talk to them for these hearings, but nobody wants to come. And the dude who runs this place, from what I'm understanding, they're telling me, even the lady who collects the bill, she's a bill collector, not really the water lady. She's doing us a favor by calling them. But she come right out and said that, you know, he's not going to do anything. What does he care? You know, and I guess that's her boss. So hey, that's just where we're at. But we saw something the other day when it was windy. I forgot to mention it on the thing, but I just was outside and I heard a plane off in the distance, and it was pretty windy that day. And he was flying over by the mountain up over there. And I'm not kidding you. It was a little light plane. I don't know the model of the plane, but it was one of the ones where it had the wing on top of the fuselage with the little bars coming down, and the wheels weren't retracted. His wheels were out, so it was a little light, you know, local plane. And he was cruising along over there, and boy, I'll tell you what, he hit a wind shear or something, and he lost hundreds of feet, like boom, and you could hear his engine. He had his engine on full blast. And was trying to turn to gain some altitude over there by the mountain. It was pretty freaky. I bet you he was wishing he had a pair of Depends on that day. But that was something. I've seen that before. I've seen it happen before. I think in this area, if I was a light plane flyer, I don't think I'd be flying around that mountain. You know, that's some pretty swirly wind over there. And that's the second time I've seen that with these pilots, where they lose it. Maybe that's a training. Maybe it's a training exercise, and the instructor's taking them over there on purpose. But it's really something. Kids are having a blast. Maddie and that pup dog, they sure do like to chase each other around. and we're getting her. She's getting better at not nipping and stuff like that. And kids are doing good. Come on, Dorothy. There's my little slowpoke. She's laying back behind. Come on, baby. She's just like it. Come on, sweetheart. But yeah, this was just spraying out like crazy, huh, Dorothy, last night? Yeah, the dang thing was spraying all over the place. So I don't know why they want to waste the water like they're doing. But see the boys up there with the pup dog. She likes to run, but we put that green stuff up, and that was absolutely worthless spend of money because she just jumps over the wall. And now I hollered at her, and I got mad at her twice for jumping over the wall, and I went and got her. I had to chase her down because she knows I'm mad. She tries to hide under the car and all that stuff. So, but I got a hold of her, and I drug her out. No, no, no. And last couple times she's been outside in the yard. She looks over like she's going to jump the fence, but then she don't. I was watching her out the window. So she's sneaky, and she's nowhere near her full size. When I look at the litter of the pups before her, they're huge. They're really big, and I think they're like she's just coming up on 4 months, and those ones are about 8 months or so. I don't know. They're not. I know they're not just a year yet, but boy, they're good sized. So her jumping over stuff is I could see her easily getting over a 6-foot fence the way she jumps now. I mean, she gets all excited, and I'll hold a treat up this high and she'll jump up and take it right out of my hand. So, but king of the mountain, that's for sure. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, we got Maddie got his bike cleaned up the other day, and we got his chain oiled and all that kind of stuff. I got to get the motorbike out. I might do some video on that when I'm taking it apart and wiping it down. It's pretty dirty again, just from the dust. I understand what Tropical Tim was going through, but with the houses real close to us getting built, we're running into serious dust. I had the car washed. It's silly to do it yourself because they do it so cheap here. You know, one place is 99 peso. You know, $2 to get your car washed, and they do a great job inside and out. So I had that done, and it was filthy the next day, guys, just with all the dust. The dust is like it's got static in it, and it just sticks. And plus they got that shaker where they got a wire screen when they're doing their mortar work, so they're running that back and forth so there's no lumps in it, so they can put on a nice skim coat. And that just, when they do that, it gets really bad. But it's not so bad here. That was one thing. Every time we go down to where we used to live, you know, you can feel your nose and your eyes burning from all the diesel and all that stuff. Here it's not like that. There's enough of a breeze always going. We're closer to the ocean, and plus there's not so many smoky vehicles here. You know, where we used to live, you saw so many jeepneys that were just billowing clouds of smoke, and these tricycles that are the old Yamaha from RTs from the 70s and 80s that are, you know, they just use the old motor oil from cars to put in their gas, and these things just billow smoke. And the smoke belching here, that's all just a big fake thing. Nobody ever does anything about it. You know, they're supposed to videotape the exhaust, and if it's smoking too much, they just shut the engine off. And they videotape it for a few seconds and say it's fine. So the smoke belching here, all it is a money gouge. They don't really care. So that's the way that goes. But here we don't have as much of that. You very rarely see a jeepney puffing smoke. I think we saw one of those 2-stroke old ones. It was a real old guy that was driving it. But those things, we took a trip on one time. We were buying a dresser, and we had a hill coming out of GMA, and I had to get out and actually push. You know. Okay, all right, stay off there. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Here's the houses, guys. Yeah, man, they're really, the guys are all working today. Okay, you gonna say it?
Bye-bye.
All right.
Don't forget to pay for your big shot. Bye.